Around 17 years ago, a young man was walking through GameStop, not completely sure which game to buy. Then, in the corner of his eye, he sees it. The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Captivation sinks in as he gazes upon the book-like cover. A few minutes later, he takes it home and buys it. This young man is blown away by the amount of things to do and explore for the price that it was given. Sinking countless hours into the game and playing countless quests, the young man fell in love. Though nothing gold can stay. The young man I'm talking about is me, and probably many of you that are watching to some degree. Oblivion didn't just get me hooked onto the game, it got me hooked onto Bethesda, and even Obsidian. However, times have changed. Although this isn't a Bethesda hate video, it wouldn't be a good analysis if I didn't mention their recent shortcomings. Little did anyone know that the game engine that was outdated back then would still be used 2 decades later. Little did anyone know the writing would get worse and the monetization more abhorrent. You also can't talk about Bethesda without mentioning Todd Howard, as he has become the de facto face of Bethesda and is possibly the most well-known game director in the world. Todd Howard has stated on multiple occasions he wouldn't remaster previous games, even games he didn't make like the original Fallout games. However, recently it surfaced there would be a full remake of one of Bethesda's biggest games, Oblivion. Now this remake is not actually being made by Bethesda, it's being made in a China-based studio in Unreal Engine 5. So what's wrong with that? Unreal Engine 5 is a powerful engine, and a different team isn't necessarily bad. Bethesda has outsourced before. Some of you may remember a little game called Fallout New Vegas in 2010. In 2008, Bethesda asked Obsidian to create a Fallout game to keep fans interested till the next release. Obsidian took the job despite not having much time. The result was New Vegas was better received than any other Bethesda Fallout title to date. It may not be apparent, but Bethesda never recovered from this blow, in spite of helping them a lot financially. Now we hear of a different developer based in China doing a remake of possibly their most beloved game by their fans. One, I think we have to address that it's not even possible to remake a game in under a year, not one of Oblivion's caliber anyway. People say it was started in 2019 before the pandemic hit, and are just restarting the project now. 2, Bethesda's undercutting to avoid another Fallout New Vegas embarrassment. 3, Bethesda is one of the greediest and arrogant corporations in gaming. And quite frankly, I don't put anything past them at this moment. Here's a digression. The new Indiana Jones game is being well received. Would this mean Bethesda is going in the right direction and finding what made people love their games to begin with? The answer is no. I learned with Starfield, Bethesda will never change their stripes. The purchase by Microsoft will make them even more complacent, if anything else. Reason being, they'll get more money for their games on Game Pass even if they repeatedly release buggy, mediocre content. I personally don't believe this remake will even be playable, at least at first. It won't be recognizable, and it may be worse than 76's launch. It's not only Todd Howard and Emil the Italian. Bethesda has been outdated since Skyrim's release. The fact that it's an Unreal Engine may turn some heads, but this doesn't change the fact Bethesda is still doing the same underhanded tactics. And possibly, above all else, there are still people out there that put up with it because of the games Bethesda used to make, the games they fell in love with. A prominent nostalgia factor. Bethesda was not always out of date. 15 years ago, there were almost always a Game of the Year contender, whether that be Elder Scrolls or Fallout. Back then, there was depth to the wide open world, a world in which you can go anywhere and do anything. Besides, the writing was not abysmal back then either. In my eyes, Bethesda's golden age has passed. They are unwilling to adapt to the times while condemning their own fans in the process. If you're still watching this, I'm proud of you. I don't normally do rants, though as of now I don't see many people posting about this, and I like to play the contrarian once in a while. Anyway, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, or even tell me your thoughts in the comment section below. And always remember to live the game.